When we think about a golden retriever, we tend to picture a friendly, eager to please companion. Yet, even among golden retrievers, there is startling variation. Some are bold and confident, others are shy or easily spooked. Some are calm and obedient, and others are anxious or reactive. Until now, many of these differences were chalked up to upbringing, training, or environment. But a new study reveals that part of the story lies deep inside their DNA, and interestingly, that part overlaps strikingly with our own. Hi, my name is Soumya Pillai. Welcome to ThePrint. A team led by researchers from the University of Cambridge took on an ambitious project sequencing genomes of around 1,300 golden retrievers and mapping those genetic data against detailed behavioral profiles provided by their owners. The behavior questionnaire was extensive, covering owner reported traits such as trainability, energy, fear of strangers, fear of noises or unfamiliar things, sociability, and more. All the dogs sampled were between 3 and 7 years. Now, researchers ran a genome wide association study that allowed them to identify specific genetic variants more common in dogs exhibiting certain behavioral traits. They discovered genetic loci associated with traits like high energy, fearfulness, sociability, aggression, and trainability. But more surprising was what they found when they compared these dog genes to known human genetic databases. They discovered that 12 of the genes linked with dog behavior also influenced human emotional, cognitive, or personality traits, including anxiety, depression, stress reactivity, sensitivity, and even intelligence. For instance, one gene called PTPN1 was associated in golden retrievers with aggression towards other dogs. In humans, variants of PTPN have previously been linked to depression and aspects of cognition, including intelligence. Another gene, ROMO1, correlated with trainability in dogs, a trait reflecting how easily a dog learns, responds to instructions, or adapts to training. In humans, ROMO has been linked to emotional sensitivity and cognitive traits, suggesting that what we call trainability in dogs might reflect deeper traits such as sensitivity or responsiveness to environmental cues. Some more subtle but telling associations emerged. Dogs that showed non-social fear, for instance, being frightened of loud noises, vacuum cleaners, or other unexpected stimuli, often carry gene variants that in human are related to neuroticism, irritability, or a predisposition to anxiety. Other variants associated with fear of other dogs matched in humans with a tendency to overthink embarrassing situations or to experience prolonged worry over social stress. The authors of the study are careful to stress what this all does not mean. The identified genes do not rigidly code for being anxious, aggressive, fearful, or smart in dogs or humans. Instead, they seem to affect more fundamental aspects of emotional regulation, stress sensitivity, reactivity, and temperament. Basically, traits that influence how individuals respond to the environment, learning, stress, and social interactions. In other words, genes provide a predisposition, a wiring of sorts, but not a script. Environment, upbringing, training, social context, and life experiences will modulate the final outcome. The next question would be, why does this matter beyond academic curiosity? For dog owners and pet lovers, it shines a new light on what might drive problem behavior. If your golden retriever recoils at the doorbell, panics at a vacuum cleaner, or reacts fearfully to strange dogs, it might not be simple stubbornness, poor training, or bad behavior. It could be that the dog is genetically predisposed to sensitivity, and those predispositions mirror in dogs some of the genetic influences that shape anxiety or reactivity in humans. For veterinary professionals and animal behavior experts, it also opens potential pathways for a more nuanced understanding of canine stress and anxiety. Beyond immediate practical implications, This research sheds light on deeper biological and evolutionary truths. The idea that domestication and the long history of dogs living alongside humans may have shaped not only physical traits like coat, body size, muzzle, limbs, but also emotional and behavioral traits. The fact that some of the same genes influence both dog behavior and human temperament suggests a deeper shared biological heritage, perhaps reflecting that both species evolved under social, emotional, and environmental pressures that favored sensitivity, social bonding, learning capacity, and emotional regulation. Researchers involved in the study argue that pets, especially well bred domesticated dogs like golden retrievers, might serve as informative models for studying the genetic and environmental interplay underlying behavior, temperament, stress, sensitivity, and emotional regulation in mammals, more generally, including humans. Given that many human psychiatric and personality traits have genetic components, studying dogs may offer a parallel system that is simpler in certain respects, but still captures essential features of emotion and behavior. Yet it is crucial to keep in mind that findings come from a single breed, the golden retrievers. Other breeds may show different patterns. Mixed breed dogs may even have more complex genetic backgrounds. Moreover, in both dogs and humans, genes provide only a predisposition. Environment, life history, and individual experiences remain powerful sculptors of personality, behavior, and mental health. That was all from me. I am Soumya Pillai, and you were watching The Print.